Hello, my dear students of class 5. Welcome to Moral Science class once again. As in my previous online classes of moral science, I have taught you chapter 1, 2, 3, and I gave you all the question answers, word meanings, and few exercises. Okay, so today I'm going to start the new chapter, chapter number 4, in someone else's shoes. So the chapter name is so unique, it is so different, okay, that in someone else's shoes. It doesn't mean that your shoe in the other shoe, okay. This means that, okay, to have empathy, okay. This means that empathy means that ability to share someone's else feeling, okay. You will feel what the other feel, okay. This means that in someone else's shoes, okay. So now let's start this chapter. First, let's listen is there, okay. And what is there in let's listen? So first let me read let's listen, then I will explain you what it is, okay. So let's start. You are watching some children playing a game. Suddenly, a small boy falls and hurts himself on a sharp stone. His knee is bleeding and he starts crying. How do you feel? Don't you feel as if your own knee hurts? Empathy means understanding how the other person feels. To do this, we need to think if this happened to me, this is how I would feel. This is what I would want someone to do for me. Thinking like this makes us understand how a friend may be feeling after getting poor marks in a test or after getting scolded for forgetting to do homework. Being able to put yourself in another person's place will make us more caring and helpful. Okay, now let me explain you. Okay, you are watching, children are playing, okay, and suddenly one small boy falls and he hurts himself on a sharp stone. His knee is bleeding and he started crying. Okay, so how you would feel? How would you feel? Don't you feel that as if your knee had got hurt? Okay, sometime when we see someone in the pain, we feel as if we are having that pain. We feel the same thing, no? What the other person is feeling. So that feeling is called the empathy. Okay, empathy means understanding how the other person feels. When you understand how the other person is feeling, that means you are showing empathy towards him or her. You are feeling how the other feels, okay. So to do this, we need to think as if that things happen to us, okay. Then only we can feel how the other feel. Now you think that, okay, how your friend might be feeling when he or she gets the poor mark, okay. So how he would be feeling? He would be feeling so bad that he got what? Poor marks. Some students are there, they start laughing, okay. Yes, you got poor marks and all. They don't feel anything, they don't feel bad, okay. They don't feel empathy for that particular student, okay. But you think that how your friend would be feeling when he or she get poor marks in a test, okay, or he or she getting scolded on forgetting to do homeworks, okay. So when you are able to put yourself, when you are putting yourself in place of that person, okay, so this will make you more caring and helpful, okay. So when you keep yourself in place of other person, this makes you more caring and helpful, okay. So on the basis of this, okay, in someone else shoe, there is a small story given in this chapter. Okay, so now let's start the story given in this chapter. First, I will read, then I will explain you. The story name is Who Held the Fan. There was once a rich merchant called Abdullah. One day he sat working with only a servant boy for company. It was a warm day. A hot wind was blowing outside. The boy sat fanning the merchant. The man worked for many hours. The boy was sweating. He became tired and his head ached. Soon his eyelids drooped and he fell asleep. the fan dropped from his hand. When the fanning stopped, Abdullah looked up. The servant boy had fallen asleep, unable to bear the heat any longer. But the merchant was not angry. He picked up the fan and began fanning the boy. The air grew cooler. Naturally, the boy slept better and for longer time. Abdullah continued to fan the boy. When the boy woke up, he was very upset and scared to see his master fanning him. He opened his mouth and tried to say, "I am sorry." But Abdullah smiled and stopped him. "Why are you worried?" asked Abdullah. "You fanned me when the heat made me uncomfortable. When I saw that the heat had made you uncomfortable, I fanned you." Now let me explain you the story. So once there was a rich merchant. Merchant means a person whose work is to sell and buy things. Okay. And that rich merchant name was Abdullah. Okay. So one day he was working with only a servant boy. Okay. For company he made one servant boy to sit with him. Okay. And the merchant Abdullah was working. And as it was warm day, okay, it was outside hot wind was blowing. So the boy, okay, he sat and he was fanning the merchant. The merchant Abdullah, he walked for many hours. Okay. And the boy was sweating like anything because it was warm day. As the merchant was feeling hot, same way the boy was also feeling. Okay. But boy was continuously he was fanning the merchant. Okay. The boy, as he was continuously fanning the merchant, okay, so the boy became tired. Okay. And he had head pain. Okay. He had headache. So as he was tired and he has headache, so his eyelids drooped and he fell asleep. So sometime you also feel asleep, no, as you're doing some work and your eyes lid it drooped, no. Same way, as he was continuously fanning and he was also feeling hot, so his eyelid, what happened to his eyelid? It drooped and he fell asleep. Okay. And the fan also from his hand got dropped down. Okay. It dropped from his hand and he slept. So when the fanning stopped, as the boy was continuously fanning, okay, so the merchant was not feeling hot. So when the boy fell asleep, as he was tired and he had headache, okay, so the fanning stopped. Now no one is there to fan the merchant. Okay, so when the fanning stopped, then Abdullah looked up that why the fanning stopped. Okay, then he saw that the servant boy had fallen asleep. As he was also feeling hot, okay, so he fall asleep. That servant boy had fallen asleep. But the merchant was not angry. Okay, if some other would be there in place of this merchant, he would be angry. Okay, as the servant slept and he was feeling hot, the merchant was feeling hot, but this merchant was a good merchant. Okay, he was not angry. Okay, what he did, he picked up the fan. He picked up the fan. Okay, merchant picked the fan and he began fanning the boy. Okay, no one would have done this. Okay, the rich merchant, he was rich. Okay, and still he fanned the boy, and the boy was servant, but he was not angry. The merchant was not angry and he fanned the boy. When he saw that the servant boy has fallen asleep, he was not angry. Rather, he picked the fan and he started fanning the boy. As the air was getting cooler and cooler, okay, so the boy was feeling better and he slept for a long time. If anyone will fan you, okay, when it is a hot day, okay, and if anyone will fan you, okay, and you are feeling asleep, you will feel so better, no. So same way the boy was also feeling better and he slept for a long time. as he was also fanning the merchant for many hours. So now when the merchant is fanning him, he is feeling better, okay, and he slept for long time. Abdullah continued to fan the boy. Okay, so the boy does not know, he was asleep, no, and Abdullah was fanning him, and the boy was asleep. So when this boy woke up, okay, after a sleep, when he woke up, he was very upset and he was scared to see his master fanning him. He became upset and he was very much scared that his master is fanning him. Okay, will any rich person will fan his servant or will serve his servant? No, no. But here the rich merchant Abdullah, he kept fanning, okay, till the boy woke up. Okay, but the boy when he woke up, he was scared that his master would scold him as his master is fanning him. So he said that I am sorry. Okay, but Abdullah smiled and stopped him. He was scared that his master would scold him, beat him, but his master was a very good master. Okay, he was a very good merchant. So he smiled and said, no, no, no need to say sorry. Why are you saying sorry and why are you scared and worried? No need to be scared, okay? As you fanned me, okay, when I was feeling hot, okay, as you fanned me when I was feeling hot, okay, when you saw that the heat made me uncomfortable, as you fanned me when the heat made me uncomfortable. You fanned me, no, when I was feeling hot, you kept fanning me, okay, so that I would not feel hot, okay. Same way, when I saw that, okay, you have fallen asleep, okay, and heat is making you uncomfortable, so I fanned you. There is no problem, you fanned me or I fanned you, okay, same is same. As I am feeling hot, same you might be also feeling, no, it's not that I will only feel hot, you will not feel hot, servant cannot feel hot, it's not like that. So you fanned me when I was feeling hot, same way I also fanned you. So no need to say sorry or no need to feel scared, okay. In the story, you have seen that being a rich merchant, Abdullah, still he fanned, okay, his servant, that small boy. No merchant would have what? Fanned. But still he fanned. Why? Because he felt for that boy. He had empathy for that boy. He understood how the boy would be feeling. As merchant was feeling hot, okay, and it was making what? It was making him uncomfortable. Same way, the boy would be also feeling, okay. That is why he fanned him. The merchant kept himself in place of that boy, okay. He showed empathy towards him. So he understood how he would be feeling. So, the moral of the story is that we should try to understand, okay, we should try to understand how the other person feels. We should try to keep ourselves in place of that particular person. Then only we can understand how he or she is feeling when he or she is in problem. Okay, if we will keep ourselves, if we will think, okay, ourselves in place of them, then only we can help them, okay. We should have empathy for the other person, okay, then only we can help them, we can care them, okay. So now you think how a maid would be feeling when she is carrying a heavy buckets, okay, of water. So how she would be feeling? Her back would be hurting, okay, her back would be paining. So we should try to feel for this type of person, we should try to help them, okay. Instead of not helping them, we should try to help them. Now think about the small children, okay, those who are standing near the street and begging, okay, from day to night, okay, and they are hungry, okay. So how they might be feeling? Some people, they pass away but they don't give them anything, okay, but we should stop and we should try to help this type of person. Okay, and when we can help them, when we will keep ourselves in place of them, if we will think about them, okay, so we can help them. Okay, we should not laugh, rather we should help. Okay, we should not only help these human beings but all the living beings. Okay, we should even help the animals. Okay, animals are also living beings, they cannot speak. Okay, but we should help them also. Okay, we must show empathy, okay, towards these animals. Okay, we should also show empathy towards plants. Okay, towards nature also, when they are being damaged, when the trees are cut. Okay, so how we feel, we will feel sad. Okay, so when we will feel sad, okay, when we will feel for that person or that living being, at that time we will do something right. Okay, so I think you have understood this story, this chapter, in someone else's shoes. Okay, this means that we should try to understand the other person feeling. Okay, and we should try to help them. Okay, so for today, up to this much. Thank you.